analysis and a proposal for what this program will look like. We just wanted to start by giving a caveat of what public diplomacy looks like to us as American students. We grew up under the Bush administration era, and so for us, public diplomacy has become more of an individual responsibility. It's one of the things that we need in order to protect not only our national security, but our interests in business, cultural, and just the scope of the world and where we want to be in it. And for us, it means taking public affairs, public relations, and public diplomacy into our own hands and reaching out not only cross countries but cross cultures. So this means taking a shift away from Bush administration policies, which was heavily relying on traditional public diplomacy. We need to get creative and innovative with the way that we're reaching out to people and take nonviolent preventive actions in, discussing cultural differences with people who may not be our political allies.
So there certainly is a problem. As Dr. Payne pointed out yesterday, post 9/11, we've had a significant problem communicating with the Middle East. From 2002 to 2006, in the Middle East, there's been a drop-off from an average 41.5 favorable opinion of America to in 2006, 29.5, and it's about the same number now. So we're still not doing too good, but it's improved a little. And Pew showed from 2002 to 2007 that 29 countries came to view America in a more negative way than they had at the beginning of the study. Turkey, surprisingly, an American ally, has an 81% disapproval rating of America. So even in countries that we are friends with, we're still not doing too well in the eyes of their people. So there's obviously a problem, and we believe that public diplomacy is the way to fix that.
And this makes it more crucial than ever because not only do we want to influence the views of America, we also want to be influenced by the views of other culture. We're currently involved in a very nebulous war that I don't think most people understand. So here's an executive summary of what we hope to do with our project. Our mission is to use arts as a means to connect students in the United States and abroad. By facilitating this arts exchange, we hope to create dialogue and build relationships across the world. And here are our objectives. We would like to change the public opinion of American culture abroad. We would like to influence the cultural understanding of college students' art and foster relationships between students in the United States and abroad. Jeff?
We're going to implement this program a number of different ways, depending on the different programs of the international schools. We're going to target international art schools, and some of the schools will use this program as an in-class activity so that the students that wouldn't normally be interested in such an activity would be exposed to it. And the kids that might be more enthusiastic about such a program, programs could be developed outside of class as an extracurricular sort of deal. And we would ideally like to offer credit, but that would depend on whether or not the schools would agree to that. That would be a good incentive, we think, to get some kind of college credit to go along with it.
So the way that this would work was we were thinking about starting it from Emerson College, since this is where we're all based. We do have a website, and we would reach out to various international art schools and seek their contact information, a piece of art that they can upload to our website, such as a short film, a writing piece, a piece of visual art, a film dance, whatever it is, sky's the limit, we'll take anything. And then we'll reach out to them, and through these we'll come back to that. Through these tactics, we'll create a dialogue through mediums like Skype, things like that, where we can actually have a face-to-face conversation.
Yeah, new media will be very important. We'll use traditional technologies such as email and whatnot, but new media where we can connect face-to-face like Skype, and Dr. Payne has introduced us to Second Life.
Which we're trying. We don't know if we can.
Yeah, it's pretty weird. We
have
our own virtual campus online. So it'll give some students a chance to actually come to our campus online and see it, a full model of it, and hopefully we can go over there as well. And this will be also implemented with on-campus events, and hopefully we can use these new media technologies with the on-campus event to connect us to them at the same time.
So pretty much our audience analysis is analyzing why we think college kids are appropriate for the study, and pretty much much, it's because they're more susceptible to change their opinions than others. So we, colleges and universities, they teach students how to think, process information. Pretty much, this is where kids our age, where we form our opinions. And this exchange aims at influencing those opinions, specifically those of cultures abroad, and likewise, those abroad of us. So by utilizing a bottom-up approach, we create dialogue between these students that will foster relationships as students advance into their respective career fields. Since they're a highly mobile demographic, people often move abroad and to strengthen these relationships. And we would hope that this early exposure would open them up to more open dialogue with other cultures instead of the current closed-off one that we have.
And students are especially important because, especially in an art school, this is where you're honing your craft and you're learning how you're going to express your culture. And we believe that the most important thing about this bottom-up public diplomacy style is that not only are you expressing yourself, your reality, the things you like and dislike about your culture, but you're also being influenced. And very often people display cultures other than their own. So this will help people understand a more honest view of what it looks like in the world beyond us. And here's kind of what our timeline would look like. We'd have to go by the school schedule, so since school starts at the end of September, we'd begin raising awareness and really kick it in October. We would try and get a group of student leaders to try and facilitate this on their campus. We don't think an outsider would be as persuasive as somebody who's already involved, so we would seek out maybe student organizations such as like Model UN or anything else that really works towards creating a culture of global citizenship on any campus. And then we would help them, get the website going, reach out to international schools. We would eventually have these wonderful relationships that would spread. And then we would collect our art and then have on campus, we were thinking it would be fun to do like film nights, art nights, things like this, where we could have a bunch of people in like a theater and then have different artists Skyping in and have this dialogue about what their art means to them, what the process was, and what it's actually like that they're portraying. And that's what we hope it looks like. Thank you very much.